Welcome in live from Studio K. It's the PHNX Cardinals podcast, your premier #1 Arizona Cardinal podcast. It's the halftime show. Cardinals tied up with Atlanta 16-all. Does Chad Ryland get the assignment? Understand the assignment? Again, I'm Johnny Venerable. We got Noah here. Bo's at the stadium. Britton's gone today. Hit that like button. We're breaking it down. Again, reminder, everybody, PHNX halftime show brought to you by our friends at Gila River Resorts and Casinos. Visit playatgila.com. Cardinals tied up. Listen, better effort, I guess. And if we're measuring on effort, last week was like -5. Today's like a 6. It's pretty solid. Rookies look good. Cody Simon, Denzel Burke. I thought Walter Nolan had good disruption. Will Johnson looks better. If you're an Arizona Cardinal fan, there are reasons to be optimistic. The bad is still, I think, the inefficiencies of this passing game. 8 of 16. Jacoby Brissett a little irregular with the football. Marv not being, involved. Michael Wilson, when he gets opportunities, I mean, he's unbelievable. He's an unbelievable player, and he's been, misused for too long. 2 catches, 52 yards. Not a lot of Trey in this game. 2 for 19. To me, this is how I feel. This is the Atlanta Falcons game to lose. The Cardinals got the ball, won the toss, wanted the ball. Were lucky to get the Michael Wilson touchdown. Have settled for field goals in a game where, listen, if you're Johnny Gann, you have nothing to lose. Like, why are you kicking a field goal on 4th and 1? I get it. You don't have a lot of confidence in your O-line. You're running the ball well today. 16 for 95. I would have loved to have seen the Cardinals are trying to win this game. Gannon, go for it. If you're the Atlanta Falcons, if you're Raheem Morris, Kirk Cousins looks atrocious. 10 of 22. His arm looks absolutely cooked. I think he's, this is the last 3 games potentially of his career. Bijan Robinson, the Cardinals cannot stop. They can't stop he or Tyler Algier. Why the Falcons are not running it every play, I have no idea. Like, they are killing themselves on some of these drives, but Kyle Pitts starting to heat up at the end of the half. Drake London looked pretty good. I'm going to be surprised if the Cardinals somehow win this game. I just don't think they have enough juice offensively. People are asking, are we tanking? No, they're trying to win. But Atlanta, the only way the Cardinals win this game is if Atlanta goes like super pass happy in the second half, which, they could potentially do. I don't have a lot of confidence right now that the Cardinals can stop Bijan Robinson. That one drive where Bijan Robinson went for the length of the field in 4 plays. Like, what? If you're Atlanta, why aren't you doing that every drive? But I guess it's good to not see the Cardinals quit. Big prayers up to Garrett Williams, who, if that's not a torn Achilles, I'll be really surprised. Not to speculate on injury, but I just feel like carted off. They announced the injury right away. That's usually a telltale sign. It's good to see Josh Sweat back in the game, Taylor Demerson back in the game. But yeah, to me, it's like Garrett Williams, potentially being done, obviously, for the rest of this year and next year as well, which would be brutal. One of your ascending young players in your secondary. The Atlanta Falcons, to me, are a bad team with a bad coach, but they've got some supremely gifted players. Like Bijan is their Trey McBride. But the difference is Bijan can touch the ball every play. So you can't discredit the Falcons from blowing this game. But if you just turn around and hand it to number 7, I don't know how the Cardinals hang on. But maybe they do. And again, it's nice to see the players not quit. But at the same time, to me, I would want to see in this second half, as selfish as it may be, Michael Carter going for 6.4 yards per clip, DeMercado for 6. That's shocking to me because of the fact that Atlanta's run defense is not terrible. Their pass defense isn't great. The offensive line, give them credit. Frohl had to leave the game. John Gaines had to go from guard to center. So, I mean, they're doing a nice job. Jacoby Brissett's only been sacked, one or two times. Got lucky, didn't fumble in the red zone. The Cardinals are going to have, if the Cardinals stay super conservative, they're going to lose this game. Like, more field goals, not going for it on fourth down, like, they will 100% lose this game. Like, the Cardinals are not good enough with the way Atlanta was picking things up in the second quarter. They scored 13 points and easily could have had 20 points in the second quarter. But for me, like, the Cardinals, like, Jonathan Gannon, he's kicked 3 field goals. He's made 3 of them, and he missed the one at the end of the half. That's unfortunate. That's going to come back to bite the Cardinals in the ass. I get it. People are hoping for the tank. I'm not opposed to it. Then you better hope Bijan Robinson. He's got 8 carries. Bijan Robinson's got 11 touches. That needs to at least double this half. Like, you need to have at least 11 touches in the second half, if not 15. Marvin Harrison Jr., no catch on 1 target. I told Bo I was a little bit concerned that they were going to ease him in. It looks like they're doing that. And he might have, Atlanta's top corner on him. I'm not sure. Michael Wilson, though. I'm going to just take 2 seconds to talk about Michael Wilson. 52 yards on 2 catches on 2 targets. The miraculous touchdown catch. The fact that it's a fireable offense for Drew Petzing, just how the season has gone anyway. He's been held back by this offensive coordinator, by this structure for so long. Like, they need to bust their ass these next 3 games to get him to 1,000 yards. I mean, he is a good ascending player. Like, people talk out of their ass, is he a number 1? I don't care. Like, he's a 1,000-yard receiver. He's shown that this year. We all know Marv's and his father's issue with this offense. Trey McBride, stud, already over 1,000. Like, you ought to be able to have 3 1,000-yard capable receivers in this offense. And the fact that it looks like this now, to me, it's too little too late. Like, Gannon, will he be back? We're going to have to find out. I think we got 2.5 more games to play before we know that definitively. Drew's not coming back. They're going to hire a senior offensive coordinator who's been a head coach in this league, who's called plays. We'll have more on that when the time comes. But for me, Michael Wilson, you held him back. I mean, how many more games could he have helped you win if you weren't so naive and short-sighted on offense? Iron Will, $5. This game feels like the preseason games where the rookie Cardinals are trying their best to solidify their jobs. Well, I mean, that's the biggest thing, too, is like, you don't want to see young players quit in this program. And you don't want, unfortunately, young players to get accustomed to losing. But at the same time, like, this Atlanta game, in the grand scheme of things, I think means just very little. I mean, obviously, the draft positioning, you can go from 6th to 5th, depending on how it shakes out. But, I mean, like, the Cardinals have already told you who they are this year. They've lost 11 to 12. Like, the season's over. So, like, the crowd is sparse today. Like, you got to give people hope. I understand that. But, like, does anybody think they're going to go to Cincinnati and win next week? Cincinnati just put up damn near 50 today. They look locked in. And we know what the LA Rams are going to do to this team in the finale. But, I mean, this could be the last potential Cardinal win we get for a long time. Shane Lame, $4.99. Today's crowd should be enough to get JG fired. Enough is enough. Michael Wilson is real wide receiver 1. MHJ will make a great 2, but he doesn't have that dog like Michael Wilson. I think Marvin Harrison Jr. will be done waves of improvement with a new offensive coordinator structure, whatever you want to call it. I think Marvin is going to benefit from a coaching change offensively more than anybody. So I'm not ready to write him off yet. He's had a really difficult season. They need an offense and a coordinator that can maximize, God forbid, 2 or 3 weapons. But yeah, these are Drew's last 3 games. Now, is it JG's last 3 games? We'll find out. I think it's the end for Jeff Rodgers. We're going to talk about more on the post game show. If Jonathan Gannon is back, like, I'll name the assistants I believe that are going to return. It's not many, especially for a defense right now that I just feel like it's playing better today. But I mean, the development hasn't been there for a lot of guys. Sean, can we start interviewing Saleh already? Not if they win this game. They win this game. I think he's safe. And I also think, and fair is fair. Like, they've lost Froholt, they've lost Garrett Williams. They're losing players at, an alarming rate. But we all know, because we watch every game, like, the injuries aren't the main reason they're losing. They're losing games because they haven't been any good this year. Their in-coaching has been atrocious. Their development of guys has been bad. They've missed on free agents. Like, I think the injuries are a part of it, but, like, anybody who sits here and says, like, yeah, the injuries are the reason Cardinals have 3 wins, like, that's BS. I mean, good teams can overcome that. Good coaches can overcome that. So for me, it's like, I do feel like the Arizona Cardinals right now are a bad team with a bad staff that is using injury as a crutch. I mean, like, if everybody was healthy and played this year, how many wins would they have? Like 6? 5 or 6, right? And people would be like, hey, you know what? Just let the ball bounce differently next year. Yeah, Simon, you're right. They lost to the Tennessee Titans when Kyler Murray played. They lost to Mac Jones when the offense was healthy. I mean, like, the defensive erosion, I think, more or less this second half of the year is guys are just like, I'm done. But, players are playing up for the home crowd. You love to see that. We're going to be breaking it down on the post-game show. Join us immediately following the conclusion of this game. Are the Cardinals going to hamper their draft stock, or are they going to play hard for Jonathan Gannon in the last 2 quarters of what could be his final home game? We're going to be breaking it all down. Hit that like button. Subscribe to PHNX Sports. We're going to have Bo Brock live from State Farm Stadium. And, of course, we're going to have breakdowns from JG's presser and more. Can Jacoby Brissett outduel Kirk Cousins? It's not asking a lot. Can the Cardinals slow down Bijan Robinson? For Noah, I'm Johnny. We'll see you on the postgame show.
We all silly like the mayor.